Hey everybody, I want to welcome you guys to my new series, Storytime. I'm Matt, and this is the Ghost Glider. And this series is solely for the purpose of you getting to know me. And these are stories taking place with my life so far. As things happen, of course, newer stories will come about. But today I'm going to tell you about the time. It's like a 2-year period of me playing an instrument in a band. So this was a band for school, and I played the trumpet. I played the trumpet from 5th grade to 6th grade. In 5th grade, I was in concert band. In 6th grade, I was in symphonic band. Two of my siblings were in color guard, and another two of my siblings were playing drums in marching band. And then Eric did not play an instrument. I thought I wanted to be different, so I thought I'd try out trumpet. And it was fun for the first year and a half. Once COVID hit, I lost my touch with it, and I didn't really like it anymore. The first 6 months, before this first school year ended, we had 3 songs that we had to learn, and then we had a concert. We had a spring concert at the end of the school year, and that's what we did. I didn't really know a lot of people in the concert band besides maybe 2 people in my class. The rest were from other district schools. Not different districts, it was the same district but different schools in the district. But it was an elementary school. We're all elementary school concert bands. But again, in my district, my class, I only knew 2 other people. But everything went smoothly, and then the concert happened, and again, it went smoothly. My brother, on his YouTube channel, he did have a little scene from my concert. Video will have an end card, and link to the video will be in the description if you want to go watch that. But it was fun. It was really fun. Then before we left the concert, our music teacher, he said whether or not we were going to do next year's band and we would be upgraded to symphonic band. So I said, you know what, screw it, fine. And he gave us 6 pieces of sheet music. Most of it was copies, but he gave us 6 pieces, and he said, over the summer you're going to study a lot, because in October of next year you are going to be doing a concert with middle school and high school. So October comes around. We the first 2 months of school, we did practice the music in class, in music, our little music group, and then the day happened. It was called Spirit Day, and that's when elementary school, middle school, and high school students, whether it was the football team or bands, they got together and they played together. I really enjoyed it because I got to leave school an hour early, and in symphonic band I had 5 people that I didn't know. So it was fun. I'll get to that later. We got to the school, we practiced for about half hour, we ate dinner, which they gave us subs, and I sat with Lizzie. I sat with my friends and Lizzie's friends, because Lizzie was in marching band at the time. Then Lizzie had to go, after dinner, she left to go practice for the high school's edition, while we went to the auditorium and we watched Charlotte's Web for another half hour. And then we were called the music instructor. So he was like, all right, we're going to march all the way to the football field, and we're going to play with the high schoolers and the middle schoolers. If you guys mess up, don't worry. The middle schoolers and the high schoolers will probably catch it. So we're like, all right, sweet. We had to go in our respected groups. I was in the trumpets, so I had to go with the trumpets, and we played 3 songs. But luckily the guy, I think I did well, but luckily the guy behind me, he was so nice about it. He was like, you did so great, blah, blah, blah. And he was a nice guy. And he was a high schooler. After the 3 songs, the instructors said, all right, middle schoolers and elementary school kids, you can either go into the stands, go collect your stuff, and then either go into the stands, or you may leave to go home. So my dad was there, and we he took me home. Lizzie stayed because she still had to stay because there was a football game going on, and yeah. And then the next day at school, which was a Monday, like the spirit day, spirit whatever it was on a Friday, and then on Monday we had band practice. So he gave us 6, like, it was like a book of music, and he said, in January, like, it's January 31st. I remember the date perfectly because I've only been, at the time of the concert, I was dating Emily for like a week. And she was also in symphonic band. That's why I said I'll get to the friends later. So he said, here's a book of music. Half of it you're doing with high school symphonic band, and the other half, it's basic music for you guys. Like, it's elementary school type music. I want you to study it all. I would understand if you don't do well on the high school, like the collaboration with the high schoolers. And I was like, oh, shit. So I didn't touch that music. I studied like the first line of the first song, and I was like, I'm not doing this. No way. This is hard. I can't read music. One thing that I really did horrible with, the first month of doing the trumpet, it took me, I want to say, a full day to do one piece of paper of music to write down the notes, because I don't know what's with my brain, but it doesn't tell me which note this is. I have to write it down. I had to look at the book, right? Okay, so it's this note, and write it down, this note. Like, I knew what the buttons were for the trumpet. I just didn't know what the note was on the paper. So I wrote it down, and I did that for all 2 years that I did the trumpet. But after about the month, I got hand at it. It only took me like 20 minutes to do a piece of paper. So then January comes around, and we go to the concert. The only people that went to the concert was my brother, Michael, and my aunt. My dad was at work. Eric was really little, and my mom was watching him. I don't know what Lizzie was doing, but my brother's current wife was in symphonic band with us, and I'll get to that in a minute. And they were together at the time of this concert going on. We sit down and we do like the instructor introduces us, and I'd like to let you know that the symphonic band already had like a full concert way before this. I remember the instructor was very into like Disney musicals, and they would, for their concerts, they would do their own editions of the Disney musicals, and I'm pretty sure they did Moana that year. I remember it so vividly. I remember this concert very well. So they just finished their concert. They have like 3 more songs to do with us, and that's it. So we sit down, and they're like, all right, ready, 1, 2, 3, and I played the first 3 notes, and that was it. I actually tried. All of like elementary, except for like 3 people, knew what they were doing. Did not know what they were doing. It was me. It was one of my friends, and it was my girlfriend at the time. So we sat there with our instruments up, made it look like we were playing, and we had to like keep an eye on like the high schoolers, and if they put their trumpets down or their instruments down, or like went to resting position, we had to make sure like we quickly went to resting position. And we had to make it like so realistic, but we whispered the whole time. Like, no, I'm so glad that we were in a band, because our whispers were like being covered by the band itself. And so we were just like, yeah, that test was horrible, annoying. Oh wait, down. So like the first 3 songs, it was nothing but that. Like, we played the first like 3 notes and then go whoop, or we go whoop. So I was like, and then they closed the curtains. They said goodbye to high school. High school started to walk out, and my brother's current wife, I asked her, like, how in the world are you doing this? Like, you seem to be doing it flawlessly. And she said, oh, that's easy to me. I was like, ah. And then we did our concert. And then after the concert, we went back to the back room where we did rehearsals and whatnot. We walked in, and the teacher said, all right, like the instructor said, hey, we are going to an amusement park for our next concert. And don't worry, if if your parents say you can't go, then you won't be joining the concert. It's totally understandable. So you're gonna need a form. So he said you need to grab the form first, and then if you think that you are definitely going, then turn in your sheet music and then grab your next sheet music. So I thought I was definitely going. So I picked up the paper, I grabbed all my sheet music, put it in my binder, and I walked out the door, and Michael was waiting there with his wife, the current wife. It was his girlfriend at the time. They were in high school. And we went home. Luckily, my mom was there, and I said, hey, so we're going to an amusement park for our next concert. However, if you do not sign this, then I can't go. And she said, all right, fine, I'll sign it. And I said, do you want me to get you a pen? And she said, not now. And like 2 weeks later, after nagging her, she finally signed it. For this, we went to, I think you guys know this, I used to live in Pennsylvania, and there was an amusement park that I've never gone to there, but it was called Dorney Park, and I was kind of excited for it. We were going to go there with choir, like the elementary school choir, and also like the bands. So, and we also had a group that we went to, because after the concert, we got to spend the rest of the day at Dorney Park. So I think my group was a group of 5. It was me, my girlfriend, like 2 of her friends, Hayden, and somebody else. Hayden wasn't in band, he was in choir. Choir. And we had a whole plan picked out. My mom signed the form, and yeah. We were supposed to go in April, I'm pretty sure, and then COVID hit in March. The counselor, teachers said on one of the first meetings that Dorney Park will be pushed to next year in middle school. If we do not join choir or band, don't worry, we already signed the form, we can go anyways. And we just won't have the concert, we'll just go because you already signed it and you already paid for everything. So I was like, sweet. And then like 2 weeks later, they ended up canceling it. They gave all the parents the refunds, and I was like, shit. But the rest of like the COVID, we used a website that you needed to play your instrument perfectly. Like if you like sounded a little bit off from this note, it was going to fail you. And I thought it was the worst thing possible. I got so annoyed. I couldn't handle it. That was the moment that broke me, and I did not want to play the trumpet anymore. So really, it was all because of that website that I didn't want to do this anymore. But that was my trumpet years. I have so many more stories for you guys. Let me know which ones you want to hear. I have 3 that I'm going to let you know now. Let me know which one you want to hear first. I have the time a dog tackled Eric. I have my announcement crew, my elementary school announcement crew. There were some funny moments there. And then I have just some idiot moments with Hayden. I have so many more stories, like time I drowned, blah, blah, blah. Let me know which one you want to hear. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share, put post notifications on if you guys enjoyed. I'm trying to get to 300 subscribers by the end of the year. Can't do that without you guys. So please share this with your friends. If not this video, then my content as a whole. And hopefully they subscribe too. And if you're not subscribed, think about it. Because I don't just do story time. I also do a lot more stuff. At least 10 likes at most infinite, but liking is all up to you. All that liking does is it puts my video on other people's For You page. Comment the things I asked you to comment. Q&A, if you guys want to ask a question for my 300 subscriber Q&A, let me know down in the comments, or join my Discord server. Link is in the description, and there's a section called Q&A for that. My podcast link is in the description. Episode 3 is being filmed this weekend. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in tonight's live stream or tomorrow's daily video. Anyways, peace out.